Hi, my name is Roxanne. I'm 24 years old. I was in a car accident back in 2008. Um, it, hap- it happened on 32. After my car accident, I went to the hospital. I went home and I contacted the other person's insurance company, and they would not take fault. Um, so it was an ongoing process.
How did the accident happen?
I was driving to work. I was driving straight on 32, and a young lady took a left-hand turn into the gas station. She crossed my path and about 10 feet in front of me, and I slammed on the brake and I hit her head-on into her passenger door. Her insurance company were saying that it was my fault. They were saying that I went across the white line, which I didn't, but that was their defense. And so I tried working with them. They didn't want to work with me. So about a week later, I contacted attorney McCoy McCoy. Someone came out to my house to speak to me. We went into details about the accident, took pictures. They went and took pictures of my vehicle. They did an extensive investigation. And
How did that make you feel? What was that like with somebody coming out to your house and talking to you about that?
I was grateful. I was grateful for you guys taking the time to come out to me, and really appreciative of the how far you went with the investigation and being by my side. I wouldn't see any other attorney doing that, truthfully. And at the end of the day, we had to bring it to trial because they just would not settle. They didn't want to give me anything. So Attorney McCoy brought it to trial. We went to trial for about a week. Did jury selection, and then we did in front of the judge. Both attorneys did their opening sentence, and then took witnesses to the stand. And Attorney McCoy was very thorough. He really did a good job. He really fought hard. He really did his homework. He knew what he was talking about. He knew what he was doing. And
Before the trial, you had to sit through depositions. What was that like?
Stressful. It was anxiety was high, but I had Attorney McCoy next to me, and he guided me through everything and made me feel better and made me feel positive, and we did it.
Was it frustrating when the other insurance company is saying that it's not their fault and they're not paying for your vehicle damage? And
Oh, extremely frustrating. I was extremely frustrated and aggravated with the other insurance company. I didn't think they were being fair, and it was wrong when their client was at fault, and it was wrong for them to say that it was my fault. So if it wasn't for you guys, I would be sitting here with nothing, but instead we went to trial and we won, and I was happy.
most interesting about the whole process?
Well, I definitely learned what you have to go through, what a trial's about. That was interesting. New experience added on. I mean, really was their verdict. When they were in the back room, and Attorney McCoy said, if they don't take too long, that's not really a good sign. So let's keep our fingers crossed that they take a while. So we're out and about in the courtroom, fingers crossed. And they come out and they read their verdict, and it was exciting, and it just felt like justice has been done, and it was an exciting moment, and I was just so thankful for you guys and Attorney McCoy, all the effort he put into that trial, and I mean, he was awesome. He was awesome.
What are some of the things he did?
Well, his ending statement was amazing. I mean, he blew the other attorney out the water. He blew him out the water. And just my favorite part of the trial actually was when Dr. Yule was on stand. And Dr. Yule was saying how I was exaggerating and it wasn't true. And Attorney McCoy actually got into a brief argument with the man and really showed the doctor's true colors and showed, listen, you're sitting here getting paid. I forgot what he was getting paid, but he was getting paid pretty good money just to sit on that stand. And you never examined my client. You were in a position where you could have examined her. You decided not to. You just spent an hour on paperwork, and you're saying she's exaggerating. You're wrong. And he was arguing, Dr. Yo's argument also was about my doctor, Dr. Yo, that his way of chiropractic, how do you say that, chiropractic care was wrong, and his was right, and Dr. Yo did wrong by having me visit him for 6 months. He's saying that's just not how you do it, and the jury completely agreed with Attorney McCoy and said that he was just a hoax and he was horrible and they couldn't stand him. And they actually told Attorney McCoy, one of the juries, I remember him telling me this, told Attorney McCoy that he loved the argument that Attorney McCoy got into with Dr. Yule. He thought that was the greatest.
Now, Dr. Yule, what kind of a doctor is he? Does he work for the insurance company?
Yes, he works for the insurance company. He doesn't do, actually I think he does do care. Don't mark me on that, I'm not too sure, but I don't think he does. He works for the insurance company, and what he does is goes through the files and says denied, 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 exaggerating, faking, and that's his job, and he gets paid pretty good money to be doing that.
Were you surprised about your injuries in the car accident?
Yeah, actually I still have issues to this day, which is, it's frustrating, and it's frustrating. I still, especially at nighttime, the neck, it's so stiff, and it's just, my sleep is disturbed just about every night from this waking up and trying to get comfortable, find a comfortable spot. It's frustrating, and it just would have been wrong if nothing came out of it, but I'm so happy that I reached out to you guys, and this is the outcome.
It's a plan for you. With your neck injury, what was that like initially? I mean, did you notice it right when the accident happened, or was it some time?
It happened, I didn't notice the neck right away. It was, I believe that the same night of my accident, I was starting to have issues, my neck, my back. So I went to the hospital the next day, back to the hospital the next day, and they just prescribed me more pain medication. They weren't doing anything for me, so worst was just not knowing what the outcome was going to be, and the anxiety and the wondering. And but you guys definitely reassured me, and you guys did your job to the fullest, and I am so appreciative.